What's up, guys? It's Wifey,
and Pisto.
and this is Platinum Charm Podcast.
Today we are recapping week 7 of Joey's season of The Bachelor.
Week 7
was a heavy week.
Very heavy week. I thought last week was a heavy week.
Last week was a heavy week.
and this week
is
was
a heavy week.
Yeah.
Joey is kind of he seems to be a little bit emotionally drained with this whole situation, and I think he's handled himself very well. Excellent. As a bachelor. Mm-hmm. I think he's done a very good job, but something is weighing him down. I don't know what it is.
I think that he really genuinely is a very, very great person.
Yeah.
I think that this means a lot to him, and I think he takes it very seriously. And he's mentioned so many times in this season how he wants to be, he wants to be wanted. He wants to feel like be chosen, but also to feel like the feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's maybe feeling himself drift into certain areas more than others. And that may be kind of making him feel conflicted.
Big takeaways this week. Maria had a moment where she kind of just had an insecure, vulnerable moment, and it really caught Joey off guard.
Yeah.
And it really kind of left a bad taste in his mouth, because she really was just kind of reiterating the things that he says he's concerned about. And, she's allowed, tell me your thoughts on this, but I feel like she's allowed to have her moment, and props to her for sharing how she was feeling. Just for whatever reason, it was not the right timing. It did not match up. Joey was not feeling that.
I think that if it would have just been, this is how I'm feeling, I'm very jealous, I'm finding myself jealous and insecure when I'm seeing the way that you treat these other women, because I want to believe that you only treat me that way. And I think that what really sent him over the edge was her saying that she was done and that she was leaving.
I agree. And, maybe her approach could have been more along the lines of I'm really starting to fall for you. And so it's affecting me more when I see you with these women. But if she's feeling in the moment hey, I'm overwhelmed, I'm insecure, I don't know if I can do this. I feel like she was trying to confide in him, and it just so happened to be the one thing that he keeps saying he doesn't want to have happen.
Yeah.
So props to her for communicating and sharing how she was feeling. It just was not what he was wanting to hear, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They did kind of make up, though, and move past it, which is great.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. And I can try to put myself kind of in their position. I can't really understand completely how they're feeling. But if I were to just try to understand the end goal, you've watched the Bachelor, Bachelorette, you kind of know what the setting looks like and how it kind of plays out. And towards the end, everybody's really kind of developing feelings, and is my feeling strong enough? And human instinct is, I don't want to be rejected, and I don't want to be the one that has fallen, and I got to catch myself, because you're not going to be here to catch me. And that's probably a really sour feeling to feel.
She did say she knew what she signed up for. But regardless, she was feeling how she was feeling. And that part is okay. It just...
Yeah.
When she was telling Joey that, he was just... The look on his face wasn't the concerned Joey. It was the... Ugh.
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah.
So how would you... what's the... give me your 2 cents on that situation, because she's not wrong for expressing how she's feeling.
No,
and coming
she's not.
To him and communicating it. And he's not necessarily wrong for being this is what I was afraid of. This is what I was afraid of. So what's the right way?
I think the simple answer to that is, if she would have not brought up the fact that this was more than what she could handle and that she needed to go home, I think that everything else would have been handled perfectly.
Right
Yep.
Sorry.
just letting him know, like, I'm overwhelmed. This is too much. Like, that's reassuring, I think, to know, like, I really care for you. I really want to be here with you. Like, I really want to do these things, but I am feeling insecure and I'm feeling intimidated by your connection with these other women. And I think that is very validating. And I mean, I imagine she is feeling that way. I imagine Joey felt that way when he was on charity season. I think she messed up when she said she wanted to leave. And he said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And she says, "I think so."
One comment too far.
Yeah.
Fair. What else we got? So, leading up to the rose ceremony, group date, and Kelsey
A had a one-on-one.
and they had a pretty nice one-on-one.
Yeah. I don't know where to place her yet. I like her. I don't see the glisten in his eye like he has for like Daisy or Maria, but he gravitates to her. So am I missing something? Maybe. I'm only getting to see what I can see on the TV, so I can't completely judge it.
I wouldn't count her out.
I wouldn't count her out either.
I'm not putting her as my front runner, but I wouldn't count her out.
And Daisy had a one-on-one.
And it went really well.
It went really well, but
towards the end, it went really good.
Yeah, he was a little concerned about Daisy being the only one that hasn't said that she was falling.
And she did say in the preview for the upcoming week that she needs her family's help to figure out how she's feeling, and that's a little bit concerning to me.
Yeah, and she also said, like, after...
This is how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I get the reservation of not wanting to be, like, all your eggs in one basket and, like, in one way kind of feeling desperate. You know, you want to still remain classy and true to yourself. And if you're not feeling like you're falling for someone, I can absolutely respect her for, you know, not jumping on a bandwagon and saying what she thought was right in that moment.
Unfortunately, this is the environment that they're in.
Yeah.
And it is you have to put all your eggs in that basket in order for the process to work. So you have to be set up for failure. Mm-hmm. And most of them are going to get hurt.
It's a trust fall.
Most of them are going to get hurt. And it's a tough situation.
Absolutely.
And I can respect the being guardedness. But she could also give some little signs of like, hey, you know.
I think that she is kind of getting in her own way. A little bit thinking that because of her medical history, that it keeps coming up of like, well, I don't want to like be a burden and I don't want to do this. And it's like you've given him this information and he has continued to still want to pursue this despite how you've painted a picture for him. But even kind of being on the same realm of Lexi, if you knew that this was that big of a deal and you knew that you were that insecure about this health topic, why are you here?
Get that in line before you come to the show. Because
health concerns don't necessarily mean that you're broken and that you can't be loved.
Yeah.
But if you're not at peace with that and you're not confident with that, how are you going to make someone else that is barely getting to know you feel confident?
I can understand the insecurity with it. I'm just saying, you know, kind of get it in line before you come on the show that like, hey, I'm going to attempt this and I'm going to give this all that I got. And this is what I'm dealing with. And, you know, they can either choose to accept it or not.
Yeah.
But don't help
kind of
them.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah. Don't self-sabotage. So.
And Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel is also, she got a hometown. So you have Maria, Kelsey A, and Daisy that all got...
So before that, 2 people went home this episode. It was Jen and Kelsey T.
Uh-huh.
We really like Jen. Jen, we would love to see you in paradise, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for you, but
yeah.
Would you like to see her in paradise? Yeah. She's just got to find the right one. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
She's fun. She's great. She's awesome. Go to paradise, see what you can find.
Yeah.
Kelsey T.
I want her to be the next Bachelorette.
Are kind of rooting for you to be Bachelorette.
I would love it. I think that out of all of the girls remaining, she's so classy. Like, she's such a beautiful, soft-spoken, mature. She knows what she wants out of life. Like, I think that she would be a wonderful Bachelorette.
I could see them trying to push Daisy.
No.
I could.
Daisy, to me, has commitment issues.
Maybe you're right.
So, sorry, Daisy.
I think...
I love you, girl.
When I watch this show, I can just kind of be like, oh, they're going to kind of try to push her for Bachelorette. So, we want to see Kelsey T. I am not counting out Daisy. So, anyways, your final four going to hometowns are Mariah.
No. Maria.
I do this every single time, and I'm going to continue to just because. Maria, Daisy, Rachel, Kelsey A.
Yep.
Rank them for me. Who's your number one through number four? Like, number one being the top pick.
Well, the preview of hometowns didn't help me on this at all, because
it looks like
everything
they have some tough hometowns.
Looks terrible.
It looks like
all of them look terrible.
Yeah. And Joey's a nice, respectable dude.
Yeah, and you you can compare him whenever he was on Charity Season, where he's very tasteful, he's very sweet, and then you see him all of his Bachelor season, and he's very tasteful, he's very sweet,
very reassuring, very focused.
So to be really honest on this, I don't think Rachel and Daisy have a chance. I don't.
You put it between Kelsey?
I put it between Kelsey and Maria. Those are my two. If Maria wouldn't have kind of shot herself in the foot a little bit, I would have said that probably would have been his top pick. But I don't know now. And it doesn't look like her hometown is just a walk in the park, because she is a daddy's baby, and it seems like she gets her self-confidence right from her daddy, because they seem very similar.
My picks: Maria, number one.
Okay.
I just was thinking of it. Maria, number one. Daisy, number two. Kelsey, number three. No, sorry. Rachel. Okay. Maria, Daisy, Rachel, Kelsey, in that order. Okay. I don't see the vibe with Kelsey. I think that she thinks she's great. I think he thinks she brings a lot to the table. There's no reason not to like her, but I don't think that he's smitten over her. I think that Rachel is she's tried pretty hard, and she really puts herself out there in a really good way. I just don't think that she's the one for him.
I like Rachel. And I really liked her at the beginning of the season. I really liked her whenever they went on their one-on-one. She's
catty.
Kind of turned into she's a little bitchy. And I don't know if it's just that she's kind of conflicted with the situation too. I don't know. Yeah. But she's even kind of even on some of the group dates, she's just I just don't want to go. And it's okay, well, then don't have any time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Don't love that. Would you consider her for Bachelorette?
No.
So, Maria and Daisy are my top picks.
Okay.
This next episode, week 8, it's hometowns. And the preview made it seem like it's a tough go.
Yeah, all around.
All four. Go.
It did look like Kelsey's family was a little bit more welcoming. I don't know what some of these families really expect out of this.
Yeah.
If you've ever, if my family or my friend or my kid were to ever go on a show, I would want to know what they're going on.
Our kid?
I'm just saying, as these parents,
she's not leaving the basement.
if your child is going on, or your adult child, your adult kid, he is not kidding one bit. She never gets to leave the house. She's not even gonna know.
I'll make her wear a wire.
CPS is going to get called on us. If you know our
she's
kid,
really safe. You ain't got to worry about it. She ain't going nowhere.
If you know our kid, she goes to the beat of her own drum, and we just follow her. This is what happens. So I guess if our daughter ever goes on a show, her dad's gonna.
Our daughter?
Yeah. Her dad's gonna go on the show with her. It's gonna be a package deal.
Contestant. I'm a cameraman. Just every time she's talking to someone, I'm holding the camera, just glaring at her. Oh, that's funny. Sorry.
I don't know what some of these families think their kid's going on. Like, if you don't agree with it, whatever. Your kid already applied for it, accepted it, went on it. Like,
it's you
gotta accept it at some point. It's the same
conversation, rinse and repeat. As far as like, it's a weird process. It's not traditional, and it's like, well, they talked to you about it before they went. I'm assuming.
Yeah. And it's not like this has just been like a 2-week process. But
here's the funny thing is that their generation probably got married pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between you meeting someone and getting married in 2 months, or someone going on a show and like speeding up the process a little bit compared to your 2 months and getting engaged?
It's essentially speed dating.
It's speed dating. It's speed dating.
It is speed dating. But you know how many people right now are just meeting each other on Tinder?
I don't think that it's that crazy. I don't think it would work for everyone, but I do think that there is a group of people that process could potentially work for. And it's not what people are used to, but we don't have to keep doing the same thing forever. Like, we can do some different things. We can have some open-mindedness. I think going into these kind of situations. And it doesn't look like these guys give Joey any open-mindedness at all.
Mm-mm.
This dude has a tough week.
Yeah, and he's sensitive though. Like, he cares about what people think. He even said it this week. He was like, I really care what my dad and my uncle say and how they feel about a process. And I think that was a little bit of a mind block for him. But, there's a lot of just free living people out there. And some people, you're just not going to be able to tell them what they're going to do. And they're just going to do it. And you just have to either come along for the journey or you're going to get left in the dust.
There's a reason why this show has been around as long as it has. And it has a lot of successful couples on it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that this process is for everyone, but I'm saying it's okay to be open-mindedness to this process working for somebody else.
Yeah.
And potentially, give the guy a chance, because it seems like they're being really hard on Joey.
Yeah.
And she could probably bring someone home in a traditional sense that does not compare to Joey as far as like what they bring to the table, and like, he's a very respectable dude.
They don't put just anybody on these shows.
He's a respectable guy. Yeah. So if it's more important to you that she does what everybody else does and she brings home a loser that she met at the store.
At the bar.
Or at the bar.
At the bar,
or
yeah.
at the light. Never mind.
Or off of Tinder.
You know what I'm saying?
And they just met because they wanted to get together and fuck first. And then it was like, well, I kind of like you. Like, do you want your kid to just go like test drive all the things, or you want it to kind of, be a little bit maybe softly, slightly traditional-ish? Like, that's the way society goes.
Open your mind, people, and give Joey a chance. Your daughter went on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She said she was going to go on the show and give us a chance, and she's bringing someone home that she wants you to meet, and you're kind of being a jerk and not giving him a chance. It kind of seems, and we may be jumping the gun here. They may have painted it one way and it may be different, but you know how they try to hype it up a little bit. Yeah. Joey's a good dude. Give the dude a chance. Yeah. And Joey, give yourself a chance. Like you've done a great job. Keep doing a good job.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am looking forward to Hometowns. That's excited.
Gonna be a crazy episode.
I'm excited to see how it goes. But I'm just really excited for him to find his love, and I hope that we continue on a really good streak with some of these bachelors and bachelorettes, and
since just the Jesse Palmer takeover, things have been really good.
Super tasteful seasons, and pretty lasting love.
Yeah, agreed.
So
How do you think this thing ends?
I think that he has to, I think he's crying because, like, the little, sneak peek, I think he's crying because he has to send one of his favorites home.
And he ends up with
And
Maria.
if you would have asked me before I watched this episode, I would have said 100% Maria.
But what happens if they make it through that? Which it kind of seems like they had a little makeup, and they're now stronger.
I think his guard's up. I really hope, but a little bit of my gut says that he goes to Maria's hometown, and Maria's dad is a super jerk, and I'm curious if he calls it off at her
What?
hometown.
Really?
I kind of feel that way a little bit.
Give me your thoughts on who's the safe bet of the four.
The safe bet of like security.
As far as like this is the safest bet.
Kelsey A.
That's what I thought she was gonna say. And do you think that he could pull kind of a? I'm not counting her out. Something is telling me not to count her out. She, like I mentioned, she's number 4 on my list.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting her out.
I think that she has her eggs in his basket. I think that she
does.
She knows about hardship in life. She lost her mom, and that's very sensitive to her. She's been very open about that. She's been very transparent about the things that she wants out of life. And I think that she comes across very confident, but very calm. And those two things don't typically go together because she's kept her cool all season long. And I think she's there for the right reasons. Is she my favorite? No. But do I see those two working? Absolutely.
I'm having a hard time between Maria, Daisy, and Kelsey. I could see it going any of those directions.
I think
that there. I think there's some challenges with Daisy because she's in her own way.
Yeah.
Can they get past that? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think that Maria is still the number 1 pick. And I think that Kelsey is a sleeper pick. I wouldn't count her out. I think that she may be sitting number 2.
So what about Rachel?
I think that Rachel has handled herself very well. And the way that she's like portrayed herself and like talked to him and handled herself with him has been very good. There's a reason why she's at hometowns. Like, to me, I just don't see that being his person over the other ones.
I was really surprised that he sent Jen home.
Me too.
Because I really thought that it was going to be Jen and Maria. She was one of his
favorites in the beginning. He
sparkles with her. His eyes, like if you look back at the way that he looked at her on their one-on-one, I don't know if I've seen him look at any of the girls like that. Maybe Lexi. But I do think, looking back, for me, it was Maria, Lexi, Jen, and Kelsey A. Those were the girls that I thought that would be hometowns. So I was very, very surprised to see that he sent Jen home. Me
too. Keep your head up, Jen.
Yeah.
You will find someone that will appreciate you, and I hope to see you at Paradise. I really, truly do.
Yeah.
I could see Kelsey sneaking up on this. I kind of almost want to say Maria number 1, Kelsey number 2, Daisy 3, Rachel 4. Daisy is her own worst enemy. You should not be going to your hometown saying, I need my family's help to figure out how I'm feeling.
No, because when you're in your marriage,
how are you feeling?
Yeah,
exactly.
You can't. When you're in your marriage, if you keep everybody's acceptance and you're wanting acceptance from everybody around you, that doesn't work well in a marriage. Yeah. But one thing to consider is the way that they've kind of painted the picture. Maria's dad is a little harsh and doesn't really accept the process. Daisy wants the acceptance of her family to even move forward. Rachel's mom says...
Rachel comes into it really happy.
Yeah.
And
But
end's
then
not good.
but then her mom says, I
don't know
wish
about
you the
this.
best, Joey.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
And Kelsey's dad was like, I'm happy that you're doing this. This is something your mom would do. Like being very like inclusive and very much like, well, this maybe isn't something that I would do, but I could totally see your mom doing that. And as a kid who's lost a parent, that words coming from your surviving parent is so powerful that it's almost like, okay, this is just destiny. This is what I have to do. So that may really pull Kelsey up just because the other ones may not look so great. And having acceptance from someone's family, your partner's family is so important.
I'm going to go Maria 1, Kelsey 2, Daisy 3, just because of the one sentence of I need my family's. Did she say help to figure out how I'm feeling?
I need to see how you mesh with my family before, and like how you are accepted by my family before I know if this is right for me.
I disagree with that big time. You find your person and
Yeah.
you say, I found my person, meet my person. Not, hey, is this person going to be okay? Or do you accept this person? Because if you don't, even though this is my person, I'll go find another person.
Yeah.
No, I found my person. Here they are. I'm proud to introduce you to my person.
Yeah.
Is how it should be.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Do you
Guys,
like...
we'll see you on the next one.
No. Do you like how you had your list when we first started and now your list matches mine?
What?
The list, the runner 1, 2, 3, and 4.
What was yours?
Exactly what you just said.
Why did you change yours right now?
I didn't change it. You changed yours to mine.
What did you say at the beginning of this? You put Kelsey as 2?
Yeah.
Tonight?
I said Maria, Kelsey, Daisy, and Rachel.
On tonight?
Yes, I did.
She copies me on all things.
I don't copy him.
She copies me on all
He wants to be just like me when he's big.
What did you just say to me? I want to be like you when I'm big.
Yeah.
Because you're so big.
It's saying like you want to be like me when you grow up.
Okay, fine. Who was your picks on the third week? On week number 3?
I don't even remember
exactly.
Week 3. I just told you who it was actually.
Maria, Jen,
Lexi,
Kelsey. Yeah. I don't know if I care to see Lexi at like Paradise or anything.
No, she's a little bit boring. I think
Kelsey A would do really good at Paradise.
I want her to be Bachelorette.
Kelsey A.
Oh, Kelsey T. I want Bachelorette.
Kelsey A fits the Paradise vibe.
I think for people that are very sweet and
Rachel
genuine.
could do okay in Paradise.
Yeah.
She puts herself out there very well. I don't want to take anything away from her. She puts herself out there very well, and like she handles herself very well. She's been a little catty towards the end, but up until that point, she's been very good.
And if Maria doesn't marry Joey, I want Maria and Blake to find each other.
As much as she said this to me the other night, and I need to get over it. I haven't loved Blake in the past. There's nothing wrong with Blake, and he's a good dude.
He's a really good dude.
So they would be a good match.
I think they would be perfect.
They would be a good match.
I think so. Well,
if you could have your choice, Maria and Joey, Maria and Blake. She matches with Blake better.
She does.
If you could have your choice for Joey out of anyone in Bachelor Nation that we've ever seen.
Rachel from Clayton season.
Which one is that?
That was the Bachelorette. But Rachel from Bachelorette. Cute Rachel, long blonde hair that was just on BIP with Aaron. No, not Aaron, Brayden. Pilot Rachel.
Oh. No.
But yes, the Rachel that was with Clayton that was so in on Clayton and he like totally screwed her.
Brayden messed that one up.
Okay, well a lot of people messed that up.
Those two were good.
Those two are really
Braden and
good.
Rachel were good.
But I
and
think
he
that
messed it up.
Rachel and Joey would be good together. But I don't know. I think Rachel needs to take a break from
When you
all
say
of that.
Maria and Blake, I can see it. Yep, I can see it. When you say Rachel and Joey, to me, I don't see it.
Who do you see?
I see Kelsey with Joey before I see Rachel with Joey. She's a sleeper. Watch out. If it's not Maria, if Daisy can't get out of her own way, which I don't think she can, Kelsey is going to be up there.
We're all going to be wrong, and it's going to be Rachel from his season anyway. So it doesn't matter all of our, our speculations because we're wrong.
Rachel.
It's Rachel. Rachel's going to do it. They're going to get married in Hawaii because he really loves Hawaii, and she's from Hawaii, so they're going to be in Hawaii.
And he can play tennis, and she can go dance.
She's going to go be an ICU nurse because that's what she does.
So when he hits the ball and he throws out his back.
No. When he hits the ball and he knocks the person out with the ball that he just hit, and they get a brain bleed, and then they end up in her ICU, and she's taking care of them.
Jesse Palmer appears to be a pretty good tennis player against a tennis trainer.
Yeah.
Jesse, is this TV magic, or are you this good?
I think he's
want
an
a response from you, Jesse Palmer.
Oh my gosh.
I want a response from you.
No, Jesse, I want all of your bloopers.
Ladies, gentlemen. Unfortunately, that's it for this episode. Take a minute. Gather yourselves. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys. Peace out.
I think that Jesse is not a good tennis player, and I think they're like totally editing it to make him look really good.
No, I think he's good.
You think that he can hang with Joey, who's a
no,
pro trainer?
I think that Jesse is.
Name a male tennis player right now. A pro.
Joey.
Jesse Palmer.
Joey.
I can't name one. Jesse Palmer.
Well, I was going to say one person, but Jesse I shouldn't say their name.
Full of it. I don't think he can play tennis.
I think he can. I think he's an athlete. I think he can. He played in the NFL. I think he can. Okay, no, for real, guys. Bye.